All right, coming up next, a good welterweight matchup here between Gunnar Nelson and James the Texecutioner Vick. All right, so here he is, one of the best boxers on this UFC roster, and if this fight was to be contested under the Marquess of Queensberry rules, it would be no contest, but we got an MMA fight here tonight.
We would be talking about a one-round fight because there are no fighters in the UFC that can compete with this guy in that one form of combat. Such a great jab, the head movement. It's never on a line. He's constantly going left to right, right to left. It's like a triangle. He's moving. You can never see a stationary target in his approach. And what I truly love about him is his ability to really dig that left body shot to try and find the liver to end fights. We don't see knockouts like that very often. This man has done this a number of times in the UFC.
The sweet science. Some people think boxing is simple. It is anything but. This fighter has certainly mastered it. Well, this guy has truly made the takedown a thing of beauty in mixed martial arts. With respect to yourself and George St. Pierre and the truly great takedown artists, this guy's closing the gap and entering that company in the eyes of many.
Oh, absolutely, because he's done such a great job of timing takedowns. I haven't seen anyone so good at slipping a jab into a takedown since George St. Pierre.
Right.
He does a phenomenal job of getting from step one to step two before his opponent even realizes, now he's in on my leg. And if they do get their hips back, immediately he's up into a foot sweep, or a headlock, or an inside trip. It's just so many different ways for him to get you to the floor that he will throw every single one at you every single time.
And a lot of fighters talk about that wrestling maintenance and how hard it is, right, over the course of a career to continue to drill those things. He talks a lot about that, and that's why he's continued to realize success here in the UFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a boxer, holding a professional record of 13 wins, 5 losses. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Fort Worth, Texas, James the Texecutioner Vick. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a jiu-jitsu fighter, holding a professional record of 19 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. He stands 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Reykjavik, Iceland, Gunnar Nelson! And when the action begins, a referee in charge, Yves Levine.
The veteran Yves Levine draws the assignment here.
You ready?
All right, so here we go with round 1, and when you are facing a submission specialist like this as a striker, you have got to avoid the canvas, I would think, at all costs.
Yes, you have to. And if the striker gets taken down, he needs to make sure the only thought is to get back to his feet. Whether the submissionist goes to his back or is on top, you've got to make plan number 1, getting back standing and getting back to your space. If not, you're gonna find yourself tapping and really wondering why. Why did I not engage him in this game?
Look at you dropping a submissionist on us, huh?
Ah, it's crazy.
Stuffs the takedown there. How good is his takedown defense? And they separate. Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Well, we told you off the top he had the reach advantage, and you saw it right there with that punch.
Look at how he turned his hip into that leg kick.
That comes through with a big knee.
That knee hurt him.
Under 3 minutes now to go in what has been a very fast-paced opening round here. Good series of strikes by him there.
Great job of mixing it up, staying active, keeping busy, doing great work.
Oh, and he finally gets the takedown now. So what do they say? Try again?
If at first you don't succeed, you try again. And this guy is the poster boy for that saying. because he shot many takedown attempts, and he finally has secured one.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy.
Now he's going to try to attack Kimura here.
And he's out. Well, there are few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, so he's got the body locked down here, DC, or so it appears. This is not a guy you want anywhere near your back. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. 25 total strikes have connected for James Vick. Massive head kick. Oh! Final seconds of round one. Sounds means we have reached the end of round one. All right, DC, let's look at some of the highlights from the last round. Lot for the replay guys to choose from.
Yeah, man, these guys stood on a quarter in the middle of the octagon. Take one to give one. Over and over, each guy landed, and they both landed very well over the course of that first round.
Beautiful, beautiful. Everything is going beautiful. Just do the exact same thing. Just set it up. Just be smart with the setup, throw some more.
Round two is upon us. Your thoughts on round one, champ?
Round one was a very close round. Both guys had their moments, but nobody has really went out ahead in the race as we go into the second round. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Single collar tie. Now he's got the Muay Thai club. Oh, man, his leg kicks are outstanding, and you saw a great example of that just there.
And you see as the opponent starts to slow down, he cannot take many of those kicks.
Oh, nice straight punch there. Must be nice to have a reach advantage like this, DC. Huge connection by him there.
He needs to get on his bicycle, John. He needs to get into space so that he doesn't get finished. Look at how fast. The only person I can do this to is maybe John. John, there's a weight difference. I don't know if you know jiu-jitsu much. You miss a lot of your classes. If I'm going to do this to anybody, it's Eddie.
Side control now. Oh, looks like he's trying to isolate an arm, maybe set up a Kimura here, DC.
Yeah, he's going to try to attack Kimura here. He'll try to get him up on his right hip. The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes him tap.
Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. All right, great position for him here. He's got the full mount. See if he can get that ground and pound going.
Oh, he's got to get it going, but he can't rush. A lot of times, guys get in the full mount and they rush, they get nervous. They're like, oh my goodness, I'm winning. Reality is, you're winning, but it can change in a matter of seconds because then they can be gone. He's got to drop his hips, be really heavy at the opponent's base, and then just start to work. Make the opponent give his back so that he can try to get his chokes off or find great ground and pound. Is very patient ground and pound from such a dominant position. He jumps on a headlock. We call this in wrestling just a headlock. And if you're not careful, you can get stuck in an arm triangle. Watch triangle, watch triangle. There he is. He's moving to the finisher position. Now watch him go parallel. Oh, man, that was slick.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet.
When he gets to the clinch, usually a takedown follow.
So as we call on the numbers here, 47 total strikes have connected for James Vick, landing with 61% accuracy tonight against Gunnar Nelson. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round two.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Well, he's always on the counterattack, but a nice leg kick there by James Vick. And that's the end of round number two.
push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight to his opponent.
Oh, really exploiting his reach advantage as he landed the jab there, DC.
Nice strike.
Well, most fighters can't keep up this type of aggression and pace, but you don't have to worry about this guy. He hasn't really showed any signs of slowing down tonight. Really timing his shots nicely, good tempo, very accurate, finding the range with relative ease.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of really overwhelming his opponent with activity.
A little single collar tie there. So we call on the fight stats here, DC. 62 total strikes have connected for James Vick. And a pretty efficient effort thus far. 62% accuracy on the strikes against Gunnar Nelson. Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good.
Quick entry to get in on a single.
That was a great single. Oh, takes it from behind. What a fantastic takedown.
Now looking to do something with that left arm.
He's isolating the Kimura attack. Notice he'll pick up his left leg, step over the head. Once he gets him on the side, he'll start to apply pressure to try to get the finish. The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap. Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
And he landed the right hand there. Oh, nice work from the bottom. Tags him with the punch. Both fighters back to their feet now.
Look at him whipping his hip into that kick.
Oh, he dove and he lands. Wow. Nelson's now dealing with a cheek cut. Connects with the right hand. Pretty good punch, that one.
Nice right punch by this young man.
All right, so you got to be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, working inside the closed guard now. Well, these are some excellent ground and pound strikes here, DC. There's an efficiency with which he operates in these situations.
He knows exactly when to throw, exactly when to hold, and it's allowing him to really control the grappling aspect of the fight.
There's a song there, right? Know when to hold him, know when to fold him.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, side control now.
Oh, you got to watch him attacking submissions. He throws the legs up to try to get a triangle choke here. There he is. He's moving to the finishing position. Now watch him go parallel right next to his opponent. When it's time to finish, he has to go flat, chest to the mat. There it is.
And this might just be a matter of time.
Let's go, guys. Work.
All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Oh, he's got the ground and pound going now. All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
All right, so a close competitive fight throughout. It goes the distance. Maybe a slight striking edge on one side, and perhaps that'll be enough for him to get the win.
I mean, he's got to hope, right? He's got to hope that what he did, those exchanges where he came out in front, was enough to earn him the victory. This was a very, very close fight, and I'm interested to see who gets the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge 1 scores this contest, 29-28, Vick. Judge 2 scores it, 9-28, Nelson. And Judge 3 scores it, 9-28, for the winner by split decision, Gunnar Nelson!
Wow, so there he is, your winner by the narrowest of margins. Only 3 scorecards in the world matter. 2 of them thought he won.
I mean, you could tell that he wasn't sure he had got enough done to win the fight. He gets a decision. It was a very close fight, and it's well earned.